Ladies and gentlemen, friends, seekers of truth, tonight I want to speak about something both simple and infinite, something that escapes words but fills the heart. I want to speak about love, real love, not the fleeting, passing kind, not the kind painted in stories or sung in songs, but the kind that changes you, reshapes you, teaches you, and humbles you. There was a time when I thought I knew love. I thought I had measured it in moments, in shared laughter, in whispered words late at night. I thought I could hold it, understand it, even predict it. But then she came into my life, and all the measurements, all the definitions I clung to, crumbled like sand slipping through my fingers. She was more than I loved, more than I could imagine, more than I had ever known to exist in this world. She moved through life with a grace I could not explain, a quiet strength that carried with it the warmth of the sun and the depth of the ocean. She did not demand attention, she did not demand praise, she simply was. And in her being she taught me what it meant to love not in possession, not in expectation, but in pure, unadulterated presence. I watched her and I learned that to love someone fully is to let go of yourself, to release the need to define, the need to control, the need to measure. It is to see them, truly see them, in all their brilliance, all their flaws, all their quiet courage, and simply stand in awe. Love is not a ledger of deeds done or words spoken. Love is the recognition of the immeasurable in another human being, and she was immeasurable. Her laughter was a symphony, not loud or intrusive, but one that lingered in the air and touched everyone who heard it. Her kindness was not performative. It was instinctual, unwavering, effortless. She carried the weight of the world without complaint, and yet she remained light enough to lift others when they could not lift themselves. In her I saw patience, resilience, humor, and wisdom, all intertwined into a single human being. A living testament to what is possible when the heart is allowed to grow without fear. And I realized, love is not about holding someone to the scale of your own heart. It is about expanding your heart to meet the scale of theirs. It is about learning to be patient, to listen, to witness, and to honor. And in doing so, we are changed. We are elevated. We are reminded that the world is far bigger, far deeper, far more beautiful than we had allowed ourselves to believe. I remember the mornings when I watched her as she moved through simple routines, making tea, opening the window to let sunlight spill across the floor, smiling at a stranger passing by. Those moments, seemingly mundane, were lessons in humility and grace. And the evenings, when we would sit in silence, words unnecessary, just presence shared, those were the moments I understood that love does not demand grand gestures. It does not shout. It whispers, it breathes, it lingers in the quiet. And so I say again, she is more than I loved, more than I could ever express with words, more than I could ever hope to deserve. And perhaps that is the essence of true love. It asks for nothing, yet it gives everything. It does not bind, it frees. It does not seek perfection. It celebrates essence. And in loving her, I have been made greater than I was before, simply by witnessing who she truly is. There were days when I faltered, when I doubted, when the weight of life threatened to dull the light in my heart. And yet, her presence reminded me that love is not about constant triumph. It is about endurance, patience, and faith. Love is about choosing, every single day, to see the best, to give the best, to be willing to be transformed by the one you love. If you are fortunate enough to find someone like that, do not take them for granted. Cherish them, protect them, not out of fear but out of reverence. Celebrate them, not out of pride, but out of awe. Love them, not as an obligation, but as the privilege it truly is. Because she is more than we can ever quantify, more than we can ever hold in words, more than we could ever imagine. And so I leave you with this thought. Sometimes the most profound love we will ever know is not the love we give, but the love we are allowed to witness. To witness such a soul is to be made aware of the vast potential of the human heart. It is to understand that life is not measured by days, nor by the passing of time. Life is measured by the depth with which we experience it, the depth with which we feel, and the depth with which we love. She is more than I loved, and I am forever grateful that I loved at all. Forever grateful that I was allowed to witness the infinite grace, the quiet strength, the immeasurable beauty of another human being. And I say to you, whoever you may be listening, if you find someone like that, if you find a soul who is more than you ever imagined, hold them close, cherish them, and never let go of the privilege of knowing them, for that love is rare and the world is brighter for it. Thank you.